I've come to this country seeking asylum.
Last year, more than 100,000 people sought safety in the UK. BBC One tackles the controversy surrounding asylum seekers with fact, opinion and real-life accounts which will challenge the way we think.
Please, what more do I have to do?
Please, sir, calm down. I do understand your situation. Let's discuss your options.
Without all the facts, who are we to judge? Asylum, Wednesday the 23rd of July on BBC One. Get to the truth.
On BBC One now is Life Just a Snip for celebrity hairdressers. What do they do all day?
If you're one of the world's most respected hairdressers, then how many heads do you have the pleasure of knowing every day, I wonder? And what if you have a bad hair day yourself? You make all those shampoos and conditioners, does that mean you have vast pots of gunk bubbling away in your kitchen? Do you sharpen your own scissors? Do you sweep your own floors? Do you actually end up cutting much hair? Probably not. So, Beverly Cobella, what do you do all day? £1.5 million house in Crystal Palace, South London, home to a leading figure in British hairdressing. What on earth is this? That's just botched, isn't it? Look at that. Shambolic. How you doing? I'm Adrian. Nice to see you. You all right? I say your hair's looking in marvellous condition this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's just in time for breakfast, are you?
All right, yeah. If what have we done? Did you cut their hair, or are they self-graduating?
I do.
This is your little girl,
Yes,
isn't it?
this is Alexandra.
Hi, Alexandra. How you doing? You want to shake hands? Oh, that's good. I've been trying to teach my daughter to do that. Alexandra's the youngest. The big sister is Natasha. And in the middle, enjoying her preschool haute coiffure from her father, Anestis, is Jordana. You don't wash your hair every day, do you? I think your dog might want a wee.
Yeah.
Can I let him out?
Yes, please do.
I want you back in a second and don't mess your hair up. All right? There you go. Beverly was raised in a much smaller house than the one she lives in now, in Enfield, North London. As soon as she was old enough, she took a Saturday job in her local salon for a £5 a day. At 17, it was off to hairdressing college, where she met her partner in love and business, Anestis. They begged and borrowed to open their first salon in Mayfair. They soon diversified into training and publishing and travelled the world doing demonstrations to promote products, styles, and most importantly, themselves. They've long been well known in the business, but consumers only started to get the Cobella message when Beverly managed to get her face on GMTV. In a new venture, they're about to launch a range of shampoos and things. The Hairdresser of the Year title is a great accolade in this business, and Beverly's just won it for the second year running. So of all the hairdressers in the country, she's the best. There's 40,000 salons or something in the country, isn't there?
Yes.
There's 39,500 of them, but you don't seem to make a vast amount of money. Then a very, very, very small percent of people like yourself and Charles Worthington live in beautiful houses and do very well out of it.
No, but you actually, yes.
There's no kind of middle class in hairdressing as far as I can see. You're either struggling or...
No, you're wrong.
There is.
Wrong. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I have to say. But I just haven't met them.
You haven't met them. They haven't got a name, maybe.
Right.
But there's some hairdressers out there that have 4 or 5 salons in and around the town that they live. And they live just as well as I do, and a lot of other celebrity hairdressers.
If not better.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, because they have more time off.
It's always international, because we're involved in working throughout the world.
Do you normally see each other during the day? Do you work together all the time?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you get fed up with each other? Because me and my wife were fed up with each other by about 6:30 this morning.
It's amazing, because although we work together all the time, it's all to do with the business. So at the end of the day, really there isn't much interaction between us on a personal level.
So have you got any rules like you don't, I don't know, don't discuss business while you're in your pyjamas is one I've heard of.
Beverly has, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought.
I'm going to run and get ready now. Have you messed it up?
Do you mean get ready? You are ready, aren't you? Did it get better than this?
No, I've
Surely not.
got loads of stuff to get.
The other mothers will think you've got a right funny looking fancy man with you this morning, won't they?
They will, won't they? I went to school in Southgate School.
Are you driven there in a Mercedes every morning?
Absolutely not, no. Yeah, should be.
And don't forget, have a good think what you're going to do with my hair later when you cut it. All right. Think of a nice design. With all the children safely delivered to their private schools, it's down to business.
Hi, Anna, where are you? Hi, Anna, it's me. All right, she's in the office, darling.
I suppose the one thing you can't do as a famous hairdresser is do much hairdressing.
Yeah, I've got rusty old pair of scissors, though. No, I do. I do
So how
a lot.
many a week would you do? How many heads?
It's not a question of being behind the chair, because we've got a beautiful salon, and if my diary isn't busy a given month or week, then I may be in the salon for 3 days.
So you can be a hairdresser without standing behind the chair, is what you're saying?
Yes, I'm still.
So how long's your waiting list for a personal appointment? You've only got
5 months.
That's fantastic. So it's 5 months and it's what, 150 quid or?
Yes, sort of, yeah.
Their salon's in an expensive part of West London. The business is run from the office upstairs. The strategy is simple. First, they got themselves well known in the industry. Then they raised their profile with the consumer through Beverly's television work. Now they're ready to capitalise with a range of their own bewilderingly named products. It's a unique marine complex for natural moisturisation. Because people who look like me, with hair like me, think, well, it's all the same. It's just marketing. It's the price of, what you're paying for is the marketing label and the fact that you're on GMTV a lot, so you can charge more for something with Cobella on the label.
You're absolutely right. We could have gone and said, okay, let's pick this shampoo, we know it's manufactured, let's pick our name, and that's it, let's say. But we wouldn't do that. Somebody like myself, that I have to use a specific product just to make it stand out a little bit, make it a little bit thicker than what it really is.
So to get your bits to stand up here, you need to
use the proper...
a Cobella product.
A Cobella product.
One of the things that's important to us, being working on shows or with a consumer or on TV, is the work that we produce has relevance to people that are out there, and that it's wearable, it's commercial, it's beautiful, it's sexy.
So how do you get on telly then? Do you write big in letters like everyone else wants to be on telly?
Can I come into this? Because I think it's very close to my heart when it comes to this. We are a very relatively private people, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But you're in OK Magazine there. You can say no to OK Magazine anytime you want, or...
No, you've got a point there, but it's...
No, absolutely. I'm not suggesting, but what I was going to go on to say is that the important thing is to, if you have got the opportunity to be on TV, you have to be real, and you have to offer something. Yeah. And I think one of the greatest qualities that Beverly has, she is herself.
Aren't you jealous? Can you see it? Dragging a handbag.
It's the Pooch's owner in for the haircut, by the way. Time for the staff meeting. Top of the agenda today, of all things, wigs.
Good morning. How's everyone this morning? I just want to run through a couple of things with you. First of all, Love Your Hair Week's been all week this week. Have you got many people in? Have you had a few people in? Yeah. Have you? So did you actually cut some wigs as well? Yeah. You did? All right, excellent. That's good. All right, now, as all of you were involved in the, or saw the Congress, the London Hair Collection.
Why would you want to cut a wig? Why don't you just get another wig?
Well,
it doesn't grow back, obviously, because it's a wig.
No,
You keep cutting it, there's no wig left in the end.
No, the trouble is that most of the time, when you actually put it on, they look ridiculous, because they're not quite the right shape for that person. You cut them off short, but you cut them to suit that person.
From wigs to cutting the real thing, in a new style that looks to me very much like the owner of the hair's caught it in some machinery.
It becomes really short and is cut right back towards the ear. The last bi-level, for those of you who are old enough in this room to remember it, There's only probably one or two. It was very aggressively done, and that was in the 80s. But now the whole thing is done with a razor. It's like a very soft waxing.
Yeah.
Look. Now, if your hair's quite coarse, so it's got no shine or anything, it's really stiff. So you put that on and it softens the whole thing. And I'm going to do it right now while you're standing there, right? So you're going to hate me for this.
No, how much have I spent so far? This cost me...
Yeah, this will cost you an arm and a leg.
120 quid so far. That's 125.
You can take that with you.
Can I? So how much is that then?
How much is that? How much is that?
£10, 10 pence. That's not the price. You can't do it £9.99 like everybody else.
We always do things differently here.
Right, do you?
You notice.
I'll back you on
You
that.
put that in your pocket, go on.
Another strand of the Cobella strategy is to market this salon as something more important than a mere beauty parlour. Downstairs, in the most fragrant basement in Britain, beautiful people can pay handsomely to be made even more beautiful.
You explain to them,
What
Debbie.
we've been doing is we've already designed our original oxygen spa facial, which has been fantastic, but clients have got used to it now, so as Beverly said, we're constantly improving it. So now we've designed our own machine, microdermabrasion machine, which we're working in conjunction with.
The abrasion machine.
Dermabrasion, what it does, it stimulates all the blood, the oxygen comes to the surface of the skin, you get all your nutrients coming to the surface of the skin, and it just strips all the dead surface skin, so it allows all our vitamins to penetrate really, really, really well.
But the skin is something like a Michelangelo painting anyway. What?
Gorgeous! It's because she's been having treatments at Cobella.
Oh, is that right? So she looked like me until she walked in here.
She did.
Fantastic.
I don't know if you want the lights up.
Do a bit of life too.
There you go. Oh, very well, thank you.
Oh, that's fine. Somebody else beautiful having beauty treatments. Do you get any really ugly people that come in and you think, well, hang on a minute, why are they bothering?
Ugly. None of our clients are ugly. They're not when they leave anyway.
Beautiful from the
Not
inside.
judged on the looks, they're judged on the contents of their wallet. That's fair enough.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Sorry to intrude.
Thank you. No problem.
Thank you.
Right, let's go back.
So would you be down here anyway, or is you doing this just so we can see your treatment?
No, we actually do this
Do it every month. We look
quite
at you.
often because you see, the problem is we've got certain treatments and clients come regularly to us.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to give them different services.
yeah,
You have to develop your service. Otherwise, they just go elsewhere.
It's the design that troubles me. I could never do this. I would never think of putting a load of pebbles down the side of a room. If I did, it looked like I dropped a load of pebbles on the side of the room, but that actually looks nice for some reason.
Lovely, isn't it?
So the double winning hairdresser of the year does actually get to dress hair. If you want this North London girl to do your barnet, you'll wait 6 months and it'll cost you £150.
So really, it's all round on you. Yeah. Oh, right, I know.
What have you done there then?
This is called undercutting, and it's great.
So you lift it up, then cut it underneath.
What you do, you take that really short there,
What effect does that have?
drop that over. What it does is that if somebody wants to grow their hair long here, most of the time it ends up really round, and it won't sit and hold the face. So you take that off underneath to get rid of half of it, and then it just looks, it sits in softer, look.
Have you tried this? Very good. Got £10 10 this good. That's where I get all my natural shine from. I'm sure you're looking at it every The Cobellas employ a couple of dozen hairdressers. The salon's open 7 days a week. While the worker bees buzz about down here and Beverly builds up her profile on all media outlets, upstairs Anestis worries about the numbers. So what do they start on downstairs then?
Assistants would start on approximately, our average assistant would be earning about £200 a week.
So
The 16-year-olds, they say they could start from anything from £150 upwards.
So we're talking about £8,000-10,000 a year.
Yes.
So somebody who's been with you 10 years, say, the tall, thin guy with the flared leather trousers there, roughly what will they be?
That would, once they reach a level that they are on the floor, and they're earning their salary, if you like, then it works on commission basis.
In a reasonable month, what would you expect them to be making?
They could be earning anything up to £1,500, £2,000 a month. Yeah.
I don't drink, and a lot of my sisters and I, they have the occasional glass of wine, but none of us drink that much. And my father, who was the kindest man I ever met, and he was gorgeous, and I love him to death. He died 10 years ago from drinking, and he battled with alcoholism for 30 years, off and on, and it killed him in the end. Whether that, growing up with that,
Put you off it?
it did. I mean, we always felt sorry for him. He was a what I call a kind and lovely alcoholic, but it was his downfall, and it probably has affected me. I don't know.
The complexities of launching a range of hair products turn out to be enough to have you tearing your hair out. Packaging and public relations consultants are here to help the Cobellas worry through the finer points of their new potions.
But this one, which we needed to be clear, was having a bit of a problem with the fragrance level. Yeah. And we've got...
I don't want to tell you what that looks like in that...
This is mock. But as you can see, the more fragrance they put in it, the worse it got.
But the smell isn't a performance thing, is it, that?
It's an emotional importance. And
Does your hair smell nice?
Yeah, I hope so.
I'll have a sniff at it.
Yeah.
You've got a great surname, actually, for it, haven't you? It's got Bella in it.
Yes.
I mean, if it was something Obolopoulos or something, it'd be difficult, wouldn't it? You could make that right. Shampoo a lot of us. For this afternoon's meetings and interviews, our Uber barbers have the use of £1,000 a night suite at the hotel across the road. Our cameraman waits for some hair tips, and I hope to be enthused as Beverly gives the woman from She magazine a hair exclusive.
it's a definite yes for this year, and that is curl.
Right.
Which is
Are
great.
you sure? Because I have been saying, hairdressers have been saying that for about 4 years, and we're
No,
still
it's not. It's the
straightening our hair.
manufacturers.
I've been saying it for years as well.
Yeah, he's got curly hair over there, look. 20 years ago, if curly hair was in, it would be a specific style, a type of curl, and this is how big it's got to look. Now, we're talking curl. It doesn't matter if it's got a slight wave to it, if it's curly, if it's big, if it's not big. The choice is there. People have a choice.
What is the big story on fringes?
Fringes are big time.
You're allowed them this year.
You were talking about that bi-length business where...
The bi-level, yeah. Yeah.
That's big, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what you said this morning,
yes,
yeah? Just remind her.
Yeah. Yeah, and part of
That's great.
he's very good. Yeah, more structured, but they still have to have a softness and to be sexy and all the rest of it. So,
Is your hair undercut? I'm just checking because I've learned these things
Did you
today.
want me to really throw you?
Yeah, go on.
These are hair extensions.
Never.
They are.
Downstairs at the hotel, much hugging and kissing marks the start of a photo shoot. Or rather test shoot, to see if the all-new style on the crown of this scantily clad lady will work at a proper photo shoot. She's not going to go out like that, she'll catch her death in that top, you know. Squeezing out there.
Brilliant.
when I'm on a shoot for a magazine, then I'm totally just geared to their brief, not what I want. But the relationship between the photographer is so close.
See if it's genuine, you've just taken it, haven't you? It's not a forgery.
It's one of ours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of ours, yeah.
Just really checking the finer details. When you look through the magnifier, you can just see, yeah.
So when they blow up then?
You have to just make sure the light's coming in the side there, but
She's still sensationally beautiful. It doesn't change under close magnification. What have you done here?
Excuse me.
So you've got to eat. She only had one strawberry today, I'm afraid. She's feeling a little faint. When I watch that, there's about 150 calories in there. You'll be getting fat if you're not careful.
I will get fat. Yeah. I was talking to Suzanne earlier about hair being more defined and really sort of quite structured and fringes, etc. This is why I've done the cut that I've done on her. It's a slight asymmetric, we'll call an asymmetric cut.
Yeah. Because curls are in this year, aren't they?
I know, because when she turns up to a shoot, it's scrubbed back like that. Yeah.
In another hotel round the corner, the High Priests of British Hair are meeting. Beverly is president of the Fellowship for British Hairdressing. Yes, it's a fellowship. Seems to feel strangely Masonic here because you're all in black and white. It's a black and white room.
Yeah, I know.
Have you got your trouser legs rolled up or anything under there? From here, and it's all becoming a bit of a blur for me now, it's back to the other hotel again for a meeting about something called the London Hair Collection and the World Hairdressing Congress. Got about 8 hours left. I normally write all my questions in here. But it's all gone blank now. I've just run out. I've run out of hairdressing questions. I've covered every angle. I'd have to go onto the internet or something and put a bid out on the World Wide Web for more hairdressing questions. Let's see if I can think of something. I fear the staff have spotted my eyes glazing over. Disappointingly, I'm not offered any beauty therapy, but I do get some free air.
You don't breathe in any more than you normally would breathe.
No, just breathe normally.
But he's got to do it for 10 minutes, don't let him stop.
It's £1 a minute for this. Now that's what I call shrewd business.
I've given up drinking. I've taken up oxygen instead. I've got addicted. I'm going to Oxygen's Anonymous.
I'll be honest with you, I found this rather boring. I've now been in a barber's shop, albeit a high-falutin one, on and off for 8 hours, and I feel as if I've missed out on something. So why did you join this particular salon?
Just because I heard about the reputation of it, really. And they don't train you just to be a hairdresser, they train you to be the hairdresser that you can be.
Yeah.
Which is all what I was told when I started. And I kind of bought it, and it's true.
Have you got any famous heads in here?
Yeah, Beverly tends to do most of them.
Yeah.
And she does keep that quite private, actually, who she does.
Yeah.
Because that's what they like. Yeah. You know, a lot of salons will use names in PR, and we do have some that we use.
You don't have to keep it private that you cut my hair.
Sorry?
I don't mind if you go for publicity that
Not
you cut my hair.
Okay. We put you on the press.
If that gets you any credit at all that you cut my hair, which I'm extremely rare, you just show off about it. You can see what reaction you get.
Okay.
Absolute indifference. I've got Adrian Trials hair. So effing what? Back over the road in their £1,000 a night suite, Beverly's making herself look $1 million, but will she notice my haircut? It's me again. Surprise, surprise! You decent? Anestis doesn't notice. Men. Typical. Surely my mentor will. Surely. she noticed. She's a...
Oh my goodness!
You're quick.
Your man didn't, I'll tell you. But,
Wax work, didn't it?
yeah. Because that oxygen, it all just dropped out. Fantastic. That's...
How did you feel after it? I'm serious.
Yeah, no, I perked up.
No, but how long were you on? I don't...
10 minutes, I was 10 minutes. So, what are you beautifying yourself for now? Where are we off to next?
We're off to the Dorchester.
Yeah.
And it's a party that's been put together and for winning British Hairdresser of the Year twice. And it's sort of like a drink. Yeah. Double whammy. Yeah. So we're going there for sort of champagne thing.
How do you go about winning that? Is it a fair fight, or is it a bit like the Oscars? You got to sort of bribe and threaten people and stuff like that to win it?
No, you can't enter it. You can't enter it.
So you can't lobby for it at all. Only ask because the benefits are huge. It's
they are huge. Yeah. You can't.
You can't really lobby, but obviously you have to be out there.
Yeah.
And obviously with Beverly's profile that she had after the first year, it's not possible to lobby.
I bet your eyes were like on Tom and Jerry. I bet they were like cash registers at the moment they announced you.
Not quite. Not really. No.
They were, weren't they?
No, because this is our life. This is what we enjoy doing.
It's nice though, isn't it? And it is a money maker once you've got that.
It is, but when you're so close to it, personally, then the actual personal satisfaction, it takes over everything else, really, at the end of the day.
It does.
Let me just try and describe your hair from what I've learned today. There's a fringe. It's symmetrical.
Yeah.
It's have you done any of that undercutting?
No.
A little bit? No?
No.
But it's layered, a little bit. Right.
Very good. He's doing really well, actually. That's not bad after 12 hours.
Is it? It's longer than that. This is the hairdressing equivalent of a party for an Oscar winner. And the double-winning hairdresser of the year is fashionably late.
You notice she takes off.
Many of these people are extremely well known in celebrity hairdressing circles. Journalists, celebrity hairdressers, ordinary hairdressers, big celebrities, small celebrities, everyone. They're all out in force to see Beverly buckle under the weight of the industry's adoration. Even if the kids look as though they've heard it all before.
She's got it all. She looks the part. She's a great hairdresser. She's got the personality. She absolutely lives, eats, breathes hairdressing, and she is a shining example to us of what a good hairdresser, a fantastic hairdresser is all about. Well done,
Our jaws aching from all the smiling, we take our leave of the Dorchester and head to the BBC for comic relief.
The other people I've done for this run kind of bigger companies. The struggle with them, they're like big oil tankers, those companies. Even if you're the boss, you can't really influence much. It's all too big. But for you two, the steering's more responsive, isn't it?
It's small enough, and I guess because you're not dealing with massive partners, etc. That you can steer your own company.
And also the style of management that we have is very hands-on.
Yeah, it's hands-on.
I only spend a day with you, so I don't know how you normally get on, but you're incredibly lucky to have a strong relationship because, you don't get much of a break from each other, do you?
No. We don't. No, we don't. And the thing is that as time has evolved over the years with the company, we have certain areas that we sort of control, and so sometimes we may work together all day, and sometimes we don't see each other at all, don't we? So it really depends, and that's what's wonderful about the job, because it's a creative job. There's the business side to it. There's a glamorous side to it to a certain degree as well, but every day is different.
We can't film backstage at Comic Relief, which Beverly's about to appear on, so there's nothing for it but to give the fascinated Cobellas a brief glimpse of my glamorous workplace.
Sometimes I sit at this desk and I look around and I think, what's my life for? Does anybody watch these programmes? Does anybody care? They're here today, gone tomorrow. Do you ever feel the same about hair? Do you ever think, it's just hair, it grows. One of them just cut it and go. Does that ever strike you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't, and I think we're lucky because there's so many areas that we're involved creatively, business-wise. No week is the same the following week. I love it, and it's something. I have a great passion for the industry, and I love the whole industry. I don't ever feel that I don't want to get up for work.
Do you ever get frustrated with your own daughters in the nicest possible way that they've got wealthy parents and live in a nice big house?
That's one thing. I have to say that none of the children are spoiled. And all children have got mobile phones now, and our children do as well. 2 of them do anyway, because they go to secondary school. But they have an allowance on that, and if they go over and above, they pay the bill because they have to learn the value of money. And that scared me about 5 or 6 years ago, that they wouldn't learn the value of money. And I think that comes from seeing it as a child, doesn't it? But they seem to have.
So what's driving you then? Just to keep having fun, or to make lots of money, or is it just the game of? The game of business.
It's the game of success. We're not driven actually with a hunger for money, I have to say. And that dream and that passion is still there, and it will still be there in 10 years if you came back to interview us. I know it would.
Right. If I came back in 10 years' time, I'd say, hi, it's me again. Come to follow you around for the day. But no chance.
Your wax.
You ruined me. You got me waxed. I've got product. All right, listen, we'll leave it there because Comic Relief want you, and I'll get my bottom smacked if I don't get you down there. So be good to each other.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you very, very
Great
much.
pleasure, really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers, really.
The Cobellas, a formidable partnership. A lesser man than Anestis would resent his wife getting all the glory, while a lesser wife than Beverly would resent her husband doing most of the talking. And they're good enough not to resent me poking fun at microdermabrasion, their Dead Sea minerals, and the fact that curls are in this year after an agonisingly long wait. They have the drive of people who've built a business from nothing and want to keep going, and they're honest enough to admit that family life can suffer. Tellingly, they were dead easy to persuade to do this programme because Beverly's profile is their business. So today's been a good day, and it's about to get better.
Please welcome these. These are the hair gods, ladies and gentlemen.
And guess which god is through the door first?
If you're a shopkeeper, you look after your shop all day, straightforward. But what if you run 50 department store, you've got 7,000 staff and you sell £1 billion worth of stuff a year? Do you spend all day walking the floors, checking the tills, riding the escalators, counting the money, or what? So, John Coleman, Chief Executive of House of Fraser, what do you do all day?
This is BBC One, now joining BBC News 24.
Guys,
you're 5 times more likely to be killed on a road in Russia than you are in Great Britain.